Good afternoon, class. I'm going to put some examples of how to divide decimals by decimals on Google Classroom so you have examples. I'm going to start with C. Although we might have done this in class, I will show you both ways just to have it. So I'm going to put 65 hundredths in my divisor and 3 and 445 thousandths in my dividend. I will then move it over 2 places to make it a whole number. I will move it over 2 places to make it, because I moved it 2 places in the divisor. However many places I move it here is however many places I move it in here. Then I will bring my decimal straight up. Now, I'm going to do that both times. Now, when you're doing this, you must list your multiples of 65. Please use repeated addition so you don't get frustrated. 65 is the first one. 130 is the second one. 195 is the third one. 260 is the fourth one. 325 is the fifth one. You should do the first 9. 390 is the sixth one. 455 is the seventh one. 520 is the eighth one. 585 is the ninth one. Now, as soon as you write these down, and if you do this correctly, if you get this wrong, then all of this is going to get wrong. So you must make sure your addition is correct. So first things first, I'm going to do partial quotients. 65 can go into 344 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put 5. 325. 0.0, 0.0. I subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. The 4 becomes a 3. 14 minus 5 is 9. 3 minus 2 is 1. It's 19.5. Now I have 195, which matches the digits here. So this is 195. But so I put the 3 out here. But if I have a decimal point, I'm going to put a decimal point in here. Because 3 times 65 is 195, and 65 times 0.3 would be 195 with 1 decimal point. And now I subtract, and I get my answer of 5.3. For long division, it is really quite simple. 65 doesn't go into 3. 65 doesn't go into 34. 65 goes into 344 5 times. 325. You just subtract them, and you get 19. You bring down the 5. 65 goes into 195 3 times. I'll do one more example, and then you're on your own. Actually, I'll do 2 more examples. E, 8 tenths. You move it over 1, you move it over 1, bring it up. Move it over 1, move it over 1, bring it up. You can list your 8s. List the first 9. It'll save you time in the long run if you list them. Which one is closest to 75? 72. So I'm going to put 72.0, which is 9.0. I get 3.2. 32 works. That's the fourth one, but since there's 1 decimal point, I'm going to put 1 in. I get 9.4 as my answer. If I do long division, 8 doesn't go into 7. 8 goes into 75 9 times. 72. 75 minus 72 is 3. bring down the 2. 8 goes into 32 4 times. I'm done. Last one. If there is no decimal in the divisor, then you just bring it straight up. List your 5s. The first 9. 5 does not go into 3. 5 goes into 34 6 times without going over. 34 minus 30 is 4. Bring down the 7. 5 goes into 47 9 times, which is 45. 47 minus 45 is 2. Bring down the 5. 5 goes into 25 5 times. For partial quotients, still 6. But I'm going to do 0.00, 0.00. I get 4.75. The closest one is still 45. But I had to add a decimal, so I've got to add a decimal. And then I can add a 0, add a 0. Oops, subtract. You get 0.25. Now 25 is here, but I have to add, that's 5 times, but I have 2 decimal places, so I need 2 in my answer. And so it's 0.05, and you get 6.95. Use this every time you have trouble. But first, make sure you list your multiples. Move your decimal point however many outside, however many inside, and then straight up. And then be careful with listing your multiples. If you list these wrong, then all this is going to be wrong. If you need help, ask Miss Hughes. Have a good day.